Big Mama Radio.
Big Mama's on the mic, let's roll this ride. Betty's got the vibe, bringing that sweet collide. Sean's spinning dials, making magic here. Broadcasting on a bus where the fun is clear. Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time. Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat align. Big Mama and Betty with a one-of-a-kind design.
There you go, Betty. Make me sound good.
Ow.
We gotta go do karaoke together.
Hit snooze twice, but you're tuning in still. Catch the banter hot like a coffee refill. Sean's in the back with the radio glow.
Oh, I think you put on some
In the party
makeup.
on this bussin' show.
Let's go.
Wheels on the road, laughter on the air. This crew keeps rolling like they just don't care. Big Mama got jokes, Betty got sass. Sweet morning energy, nothing's gonna surpass. Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time. Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat align.
I'm feeling it today.
Big Mama and Betty with a one-of-a-kind design.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to it. This is a Tuesday, May 20th.
20th?
May 20th. Good Lord.
Oh, boy.
520.
We're almost mid-year.
Let me be the first one to say on this May 20th, is that it?
That's it.
Did it work?
Yep.
Like, really?
That's live right now.
I just want to tell you what a great moment I'm having right now. As for those who don't know, building a website is something that I can do. I'm not the greatest. I don't claim to be. I also I don't feel like I'm the worst at it. And I'm patient and will work to get what I want. But we rebuilt BigMamaRadio.com, and it's still growing, and we got more stuff coming, and you might find glitches, errors, or links that don't work. Look, it's going to happen. We'll find the glitches. You find one, email me big@BigMamaRadio.com or one of the forms on the website. They all work. But one of the things that was really hard for me was to get the stream embedded so when we went live, it would immediately kick on without having to go to the site every day.
Right.
And I mean, I was like, I'll pay for a service.
May happen.
And I, after a long stress time, I built this, and then I wanted to test it. And then it told me it was going to be buffered, but it's not really buffered. We went live and it was on. They told me like 10 minutes, and I was like, no, I don't think so. Oh, we got to change the number, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Huh?
I'm getting it.
All right. Today is National Quiche Lorraine Day. I have no idea. You know what that is?
It's a quiche Lorraine. Yes, it has ham and cheese. It's a quiche.
Quiche Lorraine.
Yeah.
Isn't that a ham and cheese omelet?
No, because it's got a crust.
Oh.
Don't be so uneducated.
I think quiches are gross.
Really? I love them.
If I'm in a fancy place and that's all there is, like on the like you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
They make me feel special.
Right?
Depends on what's in them. If they're doing the weird spinach and all that kind of
Right,
stuff. I'm not that. If it's
right.
just straight up ham, bacon, and cheese.
I like
another
broccoli
story.
and cheese.
Big day today is it's Sugar Bee Apple Day, but more importantly, National Streaming Day. Thank you to Joshua Tree for being our stream sponsor. I hope they like what I've put on the website for Joshua Tree. They haven't even. No one knew I was doing this.
Yeah.
None of the clients that we have on the station knew I was going to bang this out or what I was going to do. I just did it.
Good.
And wanted to make sure that we took care of the clients that take care of us. And it was important to me. So go check it out, BigMamaRadio.com. You're really going to like it. And you might want to get involved. And I think that's going to be a thing. It's going to spark some more interest.
There we go.
It's about 20 seconds behind.
Rescue Day. Right. So if
Not
you have
bad.
nowhere else to watch it, watch it at BigMamaRadio.com. By the way, we also have a brand new studio line, 224-0800. You can text or call that line anytime. That is the Big Mama Radio line. Anytime now. We've got that fixed and dialed in and ready to go. Today is Be a Millionaire Day. Another year
Yay.
we won't be celebrating.
Wait, maybe this is the year.
This could be the year.
Right. Everyone should play a scratch off that can win $1 million today, just because today's Be a Millionaire Day, and you have a story then. See, I believe everything that happens in life needs a story. It
Yeah.
needs to be like, well, we were talking about the lottery that morning, or
Yeah,
we just
so
randomly
when
talked about numbers, and I wrote down some numbers and played them and won, or I've been playing the same numbers since I was 17. I'm 40. I'm 117 now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always a story behind
I'm
winning.
gonna go get me a
millions,
$20 scratch off. If I win, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. Just so you know.
Right. No,
So-
I'll be
so
here.
we'll
I
see you in
told
the
you there'll be
morning.
signs. I'll be like, that's my security, and the guy outside is my driver.
I'm like, I need
And
to
the
go
guy
to
that with me is my
Tallahassee.
lawyer because we're not quite dialed in yet. But I don't want to leave. Oh, there'll be signs. They'll be like, did he just buy the top floor?
Is he only eating quiche
Like,
now?
I'm gonna buy. Like, I would be like, all right, let's see. What? How much am I winning?
Yeah, you got $1 million, so it has to be millionaire.
I need more than $1
At
million. I
least
need more than $1
$1
million.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I need
lose
more than I need more than $1
35%.
million because what
Yeah.
I want to do takes trillions. You know what I'm saying? At least, I'm gonna need like maybe 50 million, 50 million. Because what I'm gonna do is buy the top floor of one of those apartment buildings
Yeah.
and just turn that into the studio.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And they're gonna be like, "Well, you really can't do that here." I'm like, "I can do whatever I want."
Yeah.
Shut up! I bought the whole top floor. No one can hear. Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy the top 2 floors
Yeah.
so that no one can hear me and no one can complain.
Oh, yeah. No
right.
complaining.
There we go. We'll just buy the top
No,
2
I'm
floors.
just gonna buy the floor in the middle so
Right.
everybody hears me and
Right.
post security at
Say
Security's
something.
at the door.
Send me a fine. I don't care.
the door. He's done prison before. He don't care.
You've been to prison? I just found some things you've learned about Sean.
No. I'm talking about the security guy.
The security guy.
Oh, we're going to hire one.
You always
Okay.
got to get the security guy that's already done time.
Busta Rhymes. Bust a Bus is 53 today.
Ooh.
The Facts Alive Mindy Cohen turns 59 today. Ron Reagan, the president's son, turned 67 today. Ron had a really good run as a newscaster, and I thought he was going to be great.
Yeah.
But he picked the wrong side, and they ate him alive. And when you're a Reagan,
Yeah.
you got to pick the right side, bro.
Yeah, you've got to kind of go with the flow.
You're the son of the greatest president to ever walk this earth. In my own personal opinion, no offense to all the Trump lovers, I love Trump as well, but Reagan was the greatest. The fact also, I'm gonna get lashed out about this because I got Trump. Look, they're gonna come kill me now. I'm all worried about it. Morning, Cher. Great to see you. Great to have you. Cher turned 79 today. Do you believe you gotta sing, Cher, it's a Joe Lurk.
You got to flip the hair. We-
What are in your headlines today? Donald Trump says he plans to call for an investigation of Kamala Harris endorsements from Bruce Springsteen, Beyonce, and other celebrities.
Well, how do you justify, what was it, $11 million when she just came on, she didn't perform? That's literally paying for an endorsement.
Bruce Springsteen's criticism of Donald Trump last week appear to have triggered the president even further. He's now calling for an investigation of the singer's endorsement of Kamala Harris, as well as other celebrities. Trump wrote on Truth Social. Allow me to give it to you.
Uh-oh.
How much did Kamala Harris pay Bruce Springsteen for his poor performance during her campaign for president? Why did he accept that money if he is such a fan of hers? Even that major and illegal is that a major and illegal campaign contribution? What about Beyonce and how much went to Oprah? How about Bono? Maybe you should shut your mouth, oh. He didn't say that. I put that part in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to call for major investigation of the matter. Candidates aren't allowed to pay for endorsements, which is what Kamala did under the guise of paying an entertainment. In addition, this was a very expensive and desperate effort to artificially build up her sparse crowd. It's not legal. For these unpatriotic entertainers, this was just as corrupt as unlawful way to capitalize on a broken system. Thank you for your attention to this matter. at his opening concert last week as a part of his European tour. Springsteen called Trump's administration corrupt, incompetent, and treasonous.
Right.
He wasn't really born in the USA anyway.
Show me your birth certificate.
Show me your birth certificate, Brucey. What's your problem?
My goodness.
I can't believe you go on tour and bash the president. Like,
Well, that's
no
how
matter
they
who it
do
is.
Bad
Like,
idea.
if your guy lost, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just go on tour and be born in the USA.
It's annoying when they get the microphone and go political.
Bruce is old.
Yeah, it's like
Here's the
annoying.
problem. You're giving old entertainers microphones.
Yeah.
You know what I want to say?
They're not.
Before I sing this song, Trump's a bitch.
Mm.
Born in the USA.
Pull my
Like,
pants.
right. Like, you just gotta, that's gonna happen. We're giving old guys microphones. That's
Who's
what
the
happens.
other guy that does that too? The Disturbed dude. He gives you like a whole dissertation before a song. I'm like, sing the song.
Right.
That's why I won't watch it.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to. I don't feel like
We
it.
don't care anymore.
I don't care.
I used to like it because you non-stop rock and I was drunk and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now I'm drunk and you talk too much.
You're annoying.
Right. But that's, you know what, just for the record, he just wants to tell his story
Yeah.
before he passes. And
Well.
and that's what it is. And just for the record, I, as a person approaching that age one day, as someone like I like to tell my stories, and a lot of times Sarah will be like, "No one cares. Stop telling your story."
right. Like that's enough.
Right. I've
Yeah.
come home and she's like, "No one cares. Shut up."
Finish.
I was like, "It matters to me."
I'm going to go back to the radio show.
But I'm building something with this new BigMamaRadio.com. If you go there, you'll get information all about the journey
Mhm.
and
saw that.
seeking closure. There's a lot of information about what we're building. There's a way to submit questions to Coach Bob. There's a way to submit questions to Tommy Bohannon.
Nice.
All these things are on there and readily available for you. So as we get there, and we're changing the whole Coach Bob to the Love Locker Room.
What?
What?
You love it, don't you?
He's going to be
It's
the love
kinda
locker
weird,
room? Or
but-
just
It's the Love
step
Locker
foot?
Room with Coach Bob. We're all in the locker room.
It's smelly in
Right.
there.
I don't know about how that sounds for us.
What?
That just sounds weird for you and I.
Only to you. Like,
You want to be in Bob's love locker room?
I do. I
Okay,
want to
see?
be. I want to be able to. All right, now you're gonna make me change it today. I hate you. I don't like that. I really want to change the game. Like that's it. But you're a hater. I knew the
Okay.
first person to be a hater would be Sean.
You
just
try
for
to
the record.
stuff me in Bob's
I wrote
love
that. If
locker
you go to
room.
the page of an event, no, I'm just kidding.
Right?
I should have wrote that. Sean will be the first one to hate. You don't believe me? Click here. I put it on the website when I built it.
Click.
Really good though. Like I was able to get things like the in bed without like I wouldn't found it. Like it was it was cool.
So cool.
And I was able to give you guys a real good cross section of what Big Mama Radio is, but I'm going to add different channels. And one of the things that I know I'm in the middle of telling the stories, and I'll get back to them. But one of the things I want to tell everybody is I want you to understand that the newest thing that I want to do is if you're out there right now doing a podcast,
Yeah.
anybody out there, if you're out there right now doing a podcast, I want you to stop doing the podcast. I want you to continue doing the podcast, and I want you to stop what you're doing right now and send me a link. I will put your podcast on Big Mama Radio.
Nice.
If you do it once a month, we'll get you on once a month. It just has to be something that's quality and something that's good, like something that you have out there. And and there's no money in it for you, all right? But we will put you on the station. We'll highlight you on our website,
Give you a platform.
and then you'll be able to get more reach for your podcast, which is really what you want anyway. So, and it'll give us a chance. The win for us, everybody. What's in it for you? It looks really good when you're scrolling up there, bro. It looks really good on the broadcast. But what's in it for you? I'm going to change this too, so when we're on, it'll say that. I'm working on that right now as we speak.
Yes.
Nice.
Big things are coming, guys. I want you to understand that I've worked really hard at it, and we're gonna have some great things coming. But if you have a podcast, send it to me today. Man, it looks good on there.
Mm-hmm.
Cause of deadly Mexican Navy crash into Brooklyn Bridge. Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah,
The Mexican Navy ship, which careened into the Brooklyn Bridge with deadly consequences, may have suffered an engine failure. Investigators revealed. MTSB officials say, given more details about the fateful moments before the training ship hit the iconic New York City landmark. The press conference yesterday came as the second of two Mexican sailors who died in the collision on Saturday night was named as Adal Jair Marcos, 22, has been remembered by family as an avid traveler who has been aboard this ship for the past 9 months of its world tour. So this is really big. Like, they're talking all about this, like the safety of bridges and where we're at now with so much boat traffic.
Right.
That's what's happening. I understand bigger populations, more boats, more stuff. The old boats are still out there, and the new boats are still out there, like which careened. All right, boom, love it. Everything works, Sean. I love it.
The boat
Sean's
traffic.
checking the whole site. I love it.
The
I'm
boat
cool with
traffic
it.
this weekend was crazy, and I don't even know if it has anything to do with that. But people drive like they don't care. Like, we're about to get like plowed a few times.
So the Menendez brothers' post-sentencing parole hearing has been delayed by 2 months. The story's there. Like, we all know why they're there, but they said, ooh, oh, you're eligible for parole? Oh, the parole guys, they just took a vacation this month.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are on the board, and unfortunately, the other 2 they're out next month.
So they are stalling.
I don't know if that's the reason. Let's
Make
see
it go away.
The Mendez brothers were a California judge ruled that the brothers could be eligible, but it doesn't say why. It doesn't say. The brothers are now into their 50s and are expected to reappear in court for resentencing in the coming months, with reports hoping marks a turning point in their decades-long legal spot. Wow. We'll see what happens. But 2 more months. You have to wait to see whether or not. Did you hear about the North Fort Myers lady's cat who she lost it? Lee County Domestic Animal Services found it, and they immediately put it down.
Why?
And this is causing all kinds of controversy out here. Angela Tardif is expected to speak during public comment at Tuesday's morning Lee County Commissioners meeting, hoping her story sparks change after she says her cat Kevin was euthanized just hours after being dropped off at a county's animal shelter. Kevin, a 4-year-old indoor cat, slipped outside unnoticed last Thursday. A neighbor found him and brought him to Lee County Domestic Animal Services. By the time Tardif called the shelter later that afternoon, Kevin was already gone.
What?
It's been a really difficult weekend. It's been a lot of crying, a lot of anger. But like I said, we're really just trying to channel that into making a positive outcome for this, Tardif said. Lee County Domestic Animal Service told the Gulf Coast News that Kevin had no collar, no microchip, and appeared to be in poor condition with a damaged eye and matted fur. If they are received health issues of a cat's or the cats don't have microchips, staffs must take necessary actions to protect the feline population. A spokesperson for Lee County Domestic Animal Service said only 1% of found cats brought to the Lee County Domestic Animal Service are picked up by its owner, even when they're held for multiple days.
That's crazy.
1%. But Tardif doesn't agree. It was healthy. His eye had been healed years ago, she said. He was fed, fat, happy, groomed, nails were trimmed. Even the neighbor who brought him in had noticed how well he was taken care of and that his nails were trimmed. According to Lee County policy, all microchipped pets or pets with identification will be held for a 5-day period to give the owner time to claim. Dogs found without a microchip or identification will be held for a 3-day period. Cats without identification do not have a holding period.
Yeah.
Tardif believes the policy needs to change. I wonder if my cats are microchipped.
That's awful.
There needs to be a mandatory hold period for all animals, regardless microchip status, she said. Just a day, just a photo, some effort.
Yeah.
Tardif says she's speaking out not just for Kevin, but for any family who could face a similar heartbreak. Lee County Domestic Animal Service provided a statement to Gulf Coast saying the situation that arose recently is heartbreaking. Animal Services extends heartfelt condolences to Kevin, the cat's family. Animal Service staff remains committed, compassionate care, and continuous improvement in serving our community and its animals. We recognize the need to review our process and are committed to improving. The Lee County Commissioners meeting begins at 9:30 a.m. Tuesday in the Lee County Courthouse. Tardif is hoping to speak during public comments portion of the meeting. I think the Lee County Domestic Animal Services is automatically going to make the change now because they don't want any bad press, because bad press means they have a harder time adopting pets. Now, I'm going to be honest. I have multiple animals in my life from Lee County Domestic Animal Service.
Yeah.
Birdie is a rescue from there. Birdie is a rescue that got out of a bad environment, and we were able to get her, and she loves life. I think she was trained to be a service animal. We don't know, but Birdie's cool. And she's older now, and we've had her for a while.
Yeah.
But so I don't have any discontent for Lee County Domestic Animal Services.
No.
But I will say I hope they make a change to that policy. I think it's time to make a change to that policy.
That's a bad policy.
Yeah, it is a bad policy.
That's a very shitty policy.
There's no reason you can't
But
just
if the animal's life is in immediate danger and it's in pain, that's another story.
Yeah,
if
It
he
has
got,
to be
like,
pretty severe.
run over and is like, on basically dying. I
Yeah.
get that. You don't want an animal to suffer. But
But
Kevin was ugly, and then they're like, oh, kill
you
him?
save all
No.
yourself from that if you get your animal microchipped.
Microchipped.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's not a hard thing to do, and it's not expensive.
Right. Really, you got.
Is
I
our
mean,
stuff up to date with our dogs? They're kind of dumb and they run away all the time.
that's what I want to make sure too. Like,
Yeah.
like, all right, our animals microchipped.
I set them all as living next door.
We'll put them at
I've
Big
been
Mama's
trying
house.
to get somebody to take them for a long time. Take my dogs.
Take
We
this.
change the address on their microchip.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the P. Diddy trial, day 6.
Oh.
The second week of the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial kicked off Monday, May 19th, after the first week was marked by explosive testimony given by the music mogul's ex, Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Ventura was on the stand for 4 days and levied serious accusations of Combs, including allegations that he raped her, exerted significant control over her personal life. This week, proceedings began with former Danity Kane member Dawn Richard, who first took the stand on Friday following Ventura. Richard first became associated with Combs when she appeared on Making the Band 3, on which Combs started a girl group, Danity Kane. She later worked with the Bad Boy Records founder and his group, Diddy Dirty Money. In September 2024, days before Combs was indicted, Richard filed suit against her former collaborator, accusing him of sexual abuse before he was indicted.
Wow.
Combs is charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pled not guilty. Following Richard's testimony, Carrie Morgan, who says she met Ventura as a teenager during a modeling shoot, Morgan testified that she saw Combs act violently towards Ventura in a singer's Hollywood home in Jamaica. The alleged Jamaica incident occurred in 2013 when Morgan said she heard Ventura let out guttural and terrifying screams before seeing Combs drag her by the hair. Morgan said she ended her friendship with Ventura in 2018 when she claimed Combs assaulted her with a wooden hanger in Ventura's home.
Oh, my God.
He came up behind me and choked me and boomeranged a wooden hanger around my head. Richard's a longtime Combs collaborator. Detailed alleged incidents of abuse she says she witnessed. Richard testified that Combs and Ventura once got into an argument and that he punched her in the face with a closed fist. Richard claimed Ventura went into the bathroom crying while Combs angrily walked off. Cass is quiet, Richard testified. She was soft when she would stick up for herself. Combs would hurt her for it. Don Richards testified Usher was present when Diddy allegedly punched Cassie. Richard testified on Monday, May 19th, that Usher, record executive Jimmy Iovine, and rapper Neo were at the restaurant when she allegedly and she saw Combs punch Ventura in the stomach in 2010. It's not clear if any of the high-profile names witnessed the alleged assault. Richard claims that Combs threatened to kill her if she told anyone about the alleged assault.
He is a scumbag. Legit.
And that's it right now. Like, I'm sure if we jumped onto the TikTok, we would get loaded down with a grip of updates and other sides of the testimony.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance yesterday because I was finishing BigMamaRadio.com. But today I will. I'll jump deep into it and give you more updates, as you know, because.
It'd be interesting to have a lawyer tell you if it's actually legal to have somebody sign an NDA stating that you're not going to.
She said Combs
Talk
sent her
about-
money and she signed an NDA.
Yeah. I did a bunch of illegal stuff. You're going to sign an NDA that you're not going to tell me. How is that legally binding?
That I beat you up and you're gonna sign that it's okay.
Well,
Not
anything.
necessarily that it's okay. It's just that
I've done something illegal, and I get
Non-disclosure.
you to sign an NDA saying
Non-disclosure.
you're not going to snitch
You're
on me.
taking
How is
this
that legal?
money to not disclose the information you have.
No, well, my curiosity
Is
is
you're
to
covering up a
disclose
crime.
crime.
Right.
How is that legal to sign an NDA
Great
saying you won't
great
disclose
question.
a
Great
crime?
question.
oh, that's a good one. That should probably void and null
Right.
null and void everything.
Right.
So like if you murder someone in front of me, it's kinda like I don't give
But
I don't care
is
that
it
you
null
signed
and, it's only null
non-disclosure.
and void once you're convicted of a crime, probably.
Beat me up, send my check, and then I'm going to snitch and have my day because
Right.
Because
it's null and void. I'll still
only
get the check first. so.
only if I'm convicted of the crime. If he gets off
If it-
everything, all those NDAs still stand.
So then
Yeah,
you can come
true.
after me.
So you got to be at risk. You got to be sure that it's illegal and you
Be
gotta
sure you're
have
rich,
proof.
bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Well,
start
once I
beating
got-
people and
once I
women,
got the
and,
check, I'm
you
just-
want to pay people
You
off
just
and
see
get
all the
NDA?
money get dispersed, and then I'm squealing everybody.
Right.
Money's gone.
It's all protected.
Oh, you want the
Right.
money?
I'm
You want the
snitching.
money
You're gonna
back?
sue me. What are you gonna get? Nothing. I live in Florida. You can't have my house.
Are you looking for your money? This is the last Bitcoin account I seen it in.
Right.
It's going everywhere.
That's what's going to happen here. Look, every day there's another name that pops up. Jimmy Iovine. He's a massive record producer. Massive influence. These are massively influential people in the
Yeah.
music industry. Massively. Now they don't want to be involved, and now they've been named. So now what are they gonna do?
Names
Well,
have been named.
I did see it.
Yeah.
And I should have reported it because if anybody can
Right.
prove that they did see it
Mm-hmm.
or took money to shut up or took hey, look, hey, here's 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Those you didn't see shit.
Right.
I beat my girl. Like, look, you guys should all go to jail.
Right. They all should. Absolutely.
But they won't. I don't say maybe not jail, but they should all have to testify and be witnesses to the situation and possibly charged with a crime. But that's the ones that have committed a crime.
Mhm.
We're never gonna see them. They've already vamos.
No, they're gone.
Right.
They're out of here.
Right.
Hold on. Let me see.
And what Diddy did. All right, let me tell you what this guy's doing. All right, so he beats Cassie to where the point that she is completely at his mercy. All right,
Right.
she is a hostage in the relationship. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Okay. Now everybody's like, well, she requested freak offs. Well, let me tell you why she requested a freak off, and this is why it happened. She requested a freak off because she was addicted to drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew what happened to freak offs is a lot of drugs.
Right.
And I need the drugs, so I'll
To function,
sacrifice
yeah.
my body because you've made me a drug addict. You've beat me to this point,
Absolutely.
right? And I can't just be a rich person who spends my money on drugs and does them in private. I've got to go give my body to others for you
Right.
in order to get it. There's where your solicitation of like this guy is facilitating
The
it.
thing, though,
Now he tries to get her to buy the prostitutes, so he's not soliciting prostitution. But if he's giving her the money to buy the prostitutes, it doesn't matter anymore. You're still buying the prostitute.
In my mind, no, that makes her guilty too. You know, she's not as much as Diddy.
Oh,
not
you
as
got to be
much as
careful,
Diddy.
bro. There's no guilt
But
here.
I mean, once you're a participant
Really?
and you're getting other people involved with it,
Only because
you're
you're a
guilty
drug
too.
addict. No, you're
Right,
guilty.
right,
No, you're
but
not.
You're still
You're-
making a choice.
She got her ass whooped, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
a choice.
No, you don't.
So she,
You don't
she
have a
has
choice,
got
Sean.
some
Boy, the women will
culpability in it.
destroy you for that opinion
No,
in
you
this
don't
world.
have a
I know,
choice.
I know.
Right.
It's not.
It's not the popular opinion.
I
at
think
all.
I think there's dozens of people that should go down with him. Maybe not as severely,
But
there's
Cassie
so
is
many
not one
people
of them.
involved.
You can't
And
get
she's
your.
definitely a victim. Of
I
all
will
kinds
do
of things, but
whatever you
at some
like.
point.
Like, please don't whoop my ass. What do you want me to do? I don't want to get my ass whooped.
Right.
And her whole career was in his hands. So if she walked away from everything. And she was trying to figure out how to be explosive during this time. Like she was trying to figure, and she was probably throttled so much by her relationship with Diddy. He used that as leverage, and all of that coercion, that leverage, the abuse, the massive amount of abuse, the drug addiction. Look, this guy facilitated the whole thing. He facilitated the whole thing. And nowadays, drug dealers go to jail for everything they do, like for victims. Look, what she did is not is crazy.
I think if anybody coerced anybody into it, then they are guilty of something as well, regardless of the circumstances. And he was definitely kingpin, beating everybody, enforcing it. But then you've got security guards helping him. You've got people helping administer and
if they had their ass whooped to do something, then no, there's no crime for them. You can't be committed for a crime when you're. Look, I'll give you a good example. I'm going to keep Betty, hold her hostage, and tell you to go rob a bank to get her back. When you go to rob a bank and don't succeed, they're not going to charge you with robbing the bank because you did it because I'm holding your wife hostage.
Right. But when you read into a lot of this stuff, it's pretty extreme for a lot of people. And
I'm telling everyone, it goes back to the drug addiction. Listen, if you've never known somebody or never been one yourself where you've seen a firsthand drug addiction, I've seen somebody now who's very successful, and I won't mention their name, all right? But I know this person, all right? And they would sell me their shit at pennies on the dollar. Like they would bring me their stuff and sell it and I would just put it off to the side. I'd be like, bro, you know you can get help. Now I'm responsible for him getting help and giving all the stuff back that he sold me for the same price he sold it to me for. I should have busted his head on it is what I should have done. Now he got mad money now. I should have busted his head when I sold it back. But nevertheless, the addiction will make you do anything. And the only way she was getting her fix, because I guarantee her money was throttled by an abusive relationship, her access to anything was throttled. There wasn't like, hey, let me get some heroin. Let me get some heroin. Let me get some of these drugs. They were like, no, you want to have a freak off? Let me know. And what we don't know is what's never said in text message.
Yeah.
And the things that are said in person, the things that people have put out there and said right to your face.
There's a lot of parts you'll never know, but then again, that's why there's just
all you can do is assume that if this is what the part that we do know and that he put in text messages, the part that we don't know is 3 times as bad.
Right.
You disagree?
I agree.
That's why I feel like there's dozens of people that should go in jail with this guy.
I also sent you 3 videos that are the TikTok latest on PDD, so I don't know if you want to watch those, but they seem interesting.
Yeah, put them on.
I haven't seen them yet, so I haven't
crap.
It's the last 3.
Hang on, I gotta get switched over. I was making a post.
It's weirder and weirder. Like the more you look, like you go deeper into this rabbit hole. It's insane. But one of the big rabbit holes that I was into last night was Prince. Prince is coming back from the dead talking about P. Diddy.
Prince is coming back from the dead?
Yeah, apparently he left a letter
Week
about...
2, the Diddy trial started today, and it was all about witnesses to the abuse. Dawn Richard testified that she saw Diddy punch Cassie in the face and stomach, and that he choked and slapped her. The defense crossed Richard with a female lawyer, which is what they've been doing for the other female victims in the case. They raised her civil lawsuit and inconsistencies in her stories. During previous interviews with prosecutors and her lawyers, she said that Diddy hit Cassie with the frying pan and that he threw eggs at her. She also left out details about drugs and guns during those previous interviews. Diddy's lawyers implied that Richard fabricated her story for financial reasons and because Diddy didn't sign her as a solo artist. Cassie's former best friend, Carrie Morgan, also testified, and she's been one of the best witnesses so far. She saw Diddy punch and drag Cassie across the floor when he was sober. Once, it was because Cassie was taking too long in the bathroom. After the hotel attack, Diddy went to Cassie's apartment and banged on the door with a hammer. Police showed up, but Cassie refused to cooperate, so they left. Morgan begged Cassie to leave, but she was unable to do so. Diddy controlled every aspect of her life, her finances, her apartment, her car, and her career. This control explains the psychology of abuse and is strong evidence for the sex trafficking charges. Morgan did say that Cassie was jealous of Kim Porter and another woman named Gina, though. Diddy choked Morgan and assaulted her with a coat hanger. Diddy paid her $30,000 to sign an NDA, but that was the end of her friendship with Cassie. David James, Diddy's
Part of the
former
NDA.
assistant, also took the stand at the end of the day. He said Cassie told him that she couldn't get out. His testimony continues tomorrow, and I think he knows where the bodies are buried. We'll also hear from Regina Ventura, Cassie's mother.
Now, before we get it, like now you're going to, this is our time to bring you back to the right side there, Sean. Because the other thing of this, that go ahead, because I'm going to get into something that I heard, and I'm going to get into
Why
it.
is no one talking about how this bitch just fled the country after her name was all over the Diddy guest list? More importantly, what she revealed before disappearing. Watch this.
Shark Tank, of course, it's been on a long time, and you can kind of tell by what they're falling for now.
Our company's Boom Boom, and we're seeking $300,000 in exchange for 10% of our business. Sharks, we have a new best friend for your nose. Tropical Rush is our best seller. There's a base of menthol.
Hey, your Boom Boom
peppermint,
stick.
and all of them.
Right.
There you go.
Did this video just sneak in there?
Hold on. Is this it?
That's really good.
Hold on. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Now I understand why people fucking hate her. She was quite literally joking about a product that saved her best friend Steve Hardy's life entirely.
Sadly, not too many people focus on the
Yeah, this snuck in there.
All right. Yeah, back that up. All right.
You gotta close this
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Turn up.
Oh, I hate it.
Right.
Go to the other one, the one before that.
Isn't that the one we watched? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Prince left behind a recording to warn people about Diddy and the industry, and even goes as far to say, if anything happens to me, make sure this tape gets in the right hands. And it was played at the Diddy trial as evidence. I have a clip, but first, like, share, and follow. Before I play this clip, I just want to say, how many
what they're
people did
saying.
you
I don't
off
know.
Diddy that we could have still had around? You selfish, selfish man. You evil piece of shit. No doubt this person took so many people off this planet, and especially people that we could have still had around. All right, I'm going to roll the clip now. Here we go.
Individuals who were allegedly paid for their silence. Prince mentioned specific amounts: $2 million to one person, $1.3 million to another, that perfectly matched financial records the prosecution had presented earlier in the trial. I've seen the payments, Prince stated. I've seen the NDAs they signed. This isn't just rich people behaving badly. It's systematic and calculated. The precision of Prince's knowledge suggested he had access to information that only an industry insider could know. As the recording continued, Prince's voice grew more somber. I'm making this recording because I'm afraid to speak out publicly. The power structure in this industry protects people like him. Nobody wants to believe what happens behind closed doors. The recording ended with words that sent chills through the courtroom. If anything happens to me, make sure this gets to the right people. This isn't just about protecting myself, it's about protecting everyone who hasn't been able to speak between Diddy.
So Diddy was just eliminating his competition or anybody who got in his way. What a menace P. Diddy was. I feel blessed
You think you
never
get
having
Prince?
to encounter something as evil as him.
That's what
All right, if you
they're
didn't know, now you know.
assuming.
There you have it. That's the
Because he
scoop.
would start talking.
Let me know your guys' thoughts, what you guys think. Everybody probably saw this coming, that there was going to be celebrities he took off. All right, thanks for
Now,
watching. Thanks for staying till the
I
end.
do
I'll see you
think
guys in the next one.
that Diddy was all right. I
They're
don't.
saying MJ too.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I think Diddy facilitated a way to off his competition via drug addiction. I think he's a drug dealer. I think this is the biggest drug dealer in the industry. I mean, this guy used drugs, everything. I mean, drugs was his leverage, and beating Cassie was his leverage with her. And she would do anything not to get her ass whooped and to get her fix.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right.
I mean, that's a fact, Jack. It's now in testimony. It's in black and white. That is it. And that's how. So
That's what they do to prostitutes
right.
too. Like they get them
So,
like so hopped up on
what
drugs
happens
that
when
everything's
you
okay.
what happens when you go against Diddy? You end up dead. Obviously, according to what they're trying to accuse the world of.
Right.
But did you hear about the tunnels?
Yes.
How come we haven't heard somebody testify about the tunnels?
I know.
Because
there's a bunch of
there's
stuff about the tunnels.
a tunnel where somebody supposedly said he said this is where I keep the people I own.
Yeah.
And took them into the tunnel.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second, I need to know more about the tunnel. And I need has a tunnel in his home is a false story, but we'll find out whether or not it is fabricated because I feel like it's not.
Secret tunnel.
There's no doubt in my mind that he had places to imprison people in his home. And I'm sure that the people I'm sure FBI that raided his home, you'd have to go through his home with a schematic of the original blueprint before he ever bought it to find where he's got the places hidden.
Did he tackles a judge? This has got to be fake.
Right, that's definitely fake. But you can save some money on your car insurance. But that's the Diddy trial, and that's where we're at on this trial. And you have to continue watching this
I just
thing.
Sent you two.
You got more?
Yeah.
I love it, girl. I'm trying. I was like, all right, we're done with Diddy, but no, we're not. We're not. We got more Diddy shit. That's good because yesterday I was so involved in getting BigMamaRadio.com launched.
Yeah.
That I didn't get a chance to actually keep up, and I tried to read through today. And then I was dumb because I didn't realize that
Shocking news.
this morning there'd only been one day. I was looking for 2 days of news.
With a keypad, Cassie said they entered a large chamber-like room. Red lights, cameras in the corners, leather furniture. There was a smell, cleaning chemicals, sweat, something else. The room, she claimed, was not for relaxation or entertainment. It looked like it was made for something else. It was clinical, but also perverse. You could feel that bad things had happened there. She pointed out details. Shelves filled with props, masks, ropes, oils, and latex outfits. A rack of clothing that appeared unworn. Mirrors on the ceiling and floor. Soundproof padding on the walls. None of it felt like a fantasy, she said. It felt like control. Like it was built for power over someone else. The defense pressed her. Had you ever seen anyone else down there? Cassie hesitated. Yes. She described seeing 2 women in wigs and masks. One was lying still on a couch, the other sitting near a tripod with a camera mounted. They didn't speak. They didn't move much. He called them performers. I wasn't introduced. When asked how long she stayed, she said, "Not long." I made an excuse. I said I felt sick. Back upstairs, she locked the bedroom door. Hours later, Diddy confronted her. He told me, "You never saw anything. You don't repeat anything. That place is for me, not for you." That was the first and only time she went down there, but she never forgot it. When asked to elaborate on the layout, Cassie gave even more chilling descriptions. It wasn't just one room. There were 3 more I saw. One had no lights at all, just a bench in the middle and chains on the wall. The second had a full-length mirror and a digital panel next to the bed. I didn't know what it was for. The third had nothing but a chair and a box of wires. That's when I told him I wanted to leave. She said Diddy didn't argue. He laughed, told her she wasn't ready, said it was too real for her. But what unnerved her most were the words he whispered before opening the final door. He said, "This is where I bring the ones I own." Cassie described hearing muffled sounds behind one door, like a speaker playing music, but distorted.
That's the
then
video
I
I saw.
realized it was voices. She couldn't confirm who was inside. She didn't want to know. She left the tunnel that night, shaking.
So
there's a tunnel.
Google will tell you that Google's not real. Now we're finding out it's testimony. So whether or not that video claiming it to be testimony is real or not, I wish we could get a transcript, like a running transcript.
Yeah.
Like, just give me a running transcript. Do they not release that? Is that something you have to get after the fact?
Yeah, you have to order it from
Right.
Court Smart.
That's what we need. We need a running transcript. We need somebody with a in there. That's a reporter doing it.
Yeah, that's a lot to go through.
Right.
I bet you I could make an AI sort through it for us. We could get it and have an AI sort through it. Boop, 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 boop.
Right. Get
What's
it
the
right.
important
Get
stuff?
get us a
transcript. We'll
P.
we'll see if we
Diddy
can get one
reporter.
over,
Yeah.
AI style, Sean. We need that. Like the same in-depth deal. What happened last in the trial last? Because this is where
Call it the Diddy snitcher.
and now just for the record, I think what your experience is kind of like a 50 Shades of Grey thing. Like,
Yeah.
Like the red rooms are not illegal.
Right.
If you're willing to go in there, you're willing to go in there.
Right.
And what he meant by the people that he owns, let me give you an example. Hey, Daddy, you mind if I use your red room? Well, bang me a couple of chicks and have a great time.
Right.
And Diddy goes, no problem, Bill. Go right ahead. All right. All right. He goes in there, right?
With his cigars.
And his video. And he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Because to him, there's no video. But to Diddy, that's my leverage. The
Right.
ones I own that will never speak of this. And when they leave, I tell them that I own them. I think that's a misleading statement. I think he does own a lot of people. A lot of people aren't going to want to talk about what they
if
have.
you're hearing voices coming out of there.
You have to pay for them transcripts. I'm getting somebody's listening diligently to us right now and give me an update on it.
Oh,
so there we
good.
go.
There's another video there.
Tell him to send me a link.
Another video.
Send me a link. Let's do the video.
Right. How much of the transcripts? Right. Let's do a fundraiser.
To consume alcohol, Viagra, and muscle relaxants known as poppers during the events. And they required the presence of staff during this activity and ensured that the men did not leave the events until Jeffries and Smith decided that the sessions were over.
Financial manipulation didn't stop at the events. Victims were often paid in cash amounts ranging from a few
This
$100
is the
to
Epstein
hundreds of
tying
thousands.
into
But these payments came with
Diddy.
strings attached.
Which
Many
is
victims said they felt
pause.
the money was hush money. Many
Ready for
people
my inside conspiracy?
Yeah.
So, do you know about adrenochrome and how they would get it? They scared kids to get to get it,
Yeah.
and they take this and it keeps them young.
Yeah, for the.
Did you see how old P. Diddy's
What
got
if
him?
the medical room that she saw
was for
that? It looked clinical.
Yeah.
This is what they used it for. This is exactly what they used it for. It's going to tie him straight into Epstein, which means he'll die before the trial's ever over because it'll get too much influence. And and don't be surprised if it doesn't get to the point to where Diddy sees no way out and just starts.
And Ellen's face has been melting since
Oh
he
my
went
goodness!
to jail.
Oh my God! And now she's trying to. And the crazy thing is, she's doing skin commercials to try to beat that. You see it on new, like, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm beautiful.
It's all natural.
No,
stuff.
you're
Well,
not.
You're not. You look
Right,
horrible.
right. You know. So there we are on the Diddy trial. That's the update on where we're at. I'm not sure. Keep going here. Let's keep going. There's a couple minutes. There's more in this. Let's keep going on this here. Let's find out.
Speaking out.
Did you
Some
watch this
victims
already?
later
No.
admitted that the payments left them feeling complicit,
That's why I was
further complicating
interested.
their ability to seek justice.
They spent millions of dollars on a massive infrastructure to support this operation and maintain its secrecy. This included hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash for commercial.
This is talking about the ex-Abercrombie CEO.
Jeffries and his team employed an intimidation system to silence
I don't know
those
how
who
they're all
tried to
tied
fight
together.
back. A high-level
They have to
security
be.
team was used to
That's right. He was
monitor,
using the young
surveil,
kids.
and if necessary, threaten victims.
The
who
Abercrombie
considered coming
boys.
forward. The indictment alleges that Jeffrey's security would intimidate witnesses and enforce NDAs, ensuring the operation stayed under
Another
wraps.
NDA.
Use the
For many of
NDAs.
the
I mean, how
victims,
is
the
that
psychological toll has
enforceable?
been just as
Maybe
severe
everybody
as
just
the
thinks it's
physical trauma.
enforceable
The
and does
feelings
it.
of betrayal and the fear of repercussions
Maybe
have
being
lingered
rich is
long
you're
after the
still
events.
scummy,
These were
but you
young
have
men who
NDAs to
entered the
protect
industry
you.
with hope and ambition, only
I
to
beat
have
you
their
up real
trust
good. Now
shattered.
sign
Unlike
this
the
or I'm gonna
poor
do it again.
criminals.
Prosecutors believe there are
okay.
still dozens of victims who have yet to come forward.
Right.
Their stories
Look,
buried
we're
under
we're,
fear
we're
or
days into
ongoing
this trial
intimidation.
of a trial
Even more
that's going to be
recently,
as long as the
This
O.J.
is pretty
Simpson
long.
trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, this trial is going to be a long time.
Yeah.
And the one thing you have to be careful is our videos. I know I'm not saying this video,
Yeah.
but videos like this where
Yeah.
it's somebody just stating the facts.
Right.
You need to show me the facts, like because I can get on there and be like, "Did you hear? P Diddy
I
had
can say
17
anything.
children hidden in the basement. It's a fact. If you go on right now to blah 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 blah, it was and now 17 people are being looked at. Like that's crazy. But I do know the one guy started that video. Why has Ellen disappeared out of the face of the earth? And she made that statement. Give me the Ellen video. I don't know if everyone's ever seen this. Give me the Ellen confession. Put in Ellen confession video. because
yeah, that was a
because
good one.
this is what the one thing that came out before Diddy was ever, I think.
Have you ever heard?
it?
Have you ever watched Ali Carter?
No, that's not going to be it.
Instagram
No,
confession.
no, it's not it. Yeah, you go. You can get it.
That's the one she was in her house,
Right,
backyard.
right, in her backyard on the video, being like, "What you're going to see is going to be real scary. It's going to be really bad."
Here we go.
Before her death, she didn't die, did she?
No, she ain't dead.
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe.
there you go. I think that's it.
You off them. You create AI to make them do statements and make them look like they're real people outside of the earth. You run old
Right.
commercials that they already cut.
And there's so many of these.
Can you find it?
I just shared it.
Did you give me one?
Yeah, all right. Here it is. Here it is. This video.
There's
Watch
one.
and listen to this video if you're listening on the Joshua Tree stream.
Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it.
Ellen breaks in tears after being exposed of having a hand in Diddy's affair. And this is serious because it may lead to being jailed or something. Let me tell you, folks, Ellen, yeah, the darling we all thought we knew. Turns
It's
out
this
she's been
one.
playing
It's
a
the
whole
next one that I
different
Next one,
game
yeah,
behind
yeah.
the
This
scenes.
is somebody's commentary on it.
Showing Ellen and
Stealing the
Diddy's party,
thunder.
and let me tell you, it ain't pretty.
Stealing
We're
the thunder.
talking private moments.
Here it is. Is this the full length?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, I have been posting my thoughts and my stance on this, but I haven't spoken directly because I don't know what to say. I am so sad and I am so angry, and I know I'm not going to say the right thing. I know that there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be in disagreement with what I say, but I have a platform and I have a voice, and I have always stood for equality. I have always wanted to be the voice for people who felt like they didn't have a voice, because I know what that
Selena
feels
does
like.
not like her.
And maybe
At
you
all.
don't agree with how it's coming out, but you have to understand it, and then we can heal it. I'm just so sorry that it's come to this. I really don't know what to say other than this has gone on way, 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 way too long. People have gotten away with murder, and that's what's happening.
Including you.
So we've got to see fairness, and we've got to see justice for all. Because right now, this is not a fair world. Not at all.
She's so scared to speak.
I don't know if it will ever be completely fair, but we have a long way to go to even get close to being fair. And if you don't understand this, then you have never felt like you weren't heard or you weren't equal. But if you've ever felt that, magnify it and see what's happening. And let's send a whole bunch of love out there and try to find some peace and some communication in this.
So
I just sent you another video too about when P. Diddy was on her show,
right.
and he threatened her with basically releasing tapes in it on live.
Now hold on. This is all right. Go ahead, play the video. Then we'll go into this because I think we might be into another situation where she's not a victim. She's not a perpetrator. She's a victim.
All right. What do you have there? What's that?
Oh, that's something I brought for Portia.
She's not here.
No, but you was going to give it to her as a gift.
All right. Then I'll say it's mine.
Yeah.
Okay. That's sweet. Well, what about for me? Aw, look at that. That's so sweet. Thank you. How come it's for Portia and not me?
Because you're going to have her wear it. And,
All right.
Yo, Ellen, we go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's.
I mean,
You hold back.
okay.
All right.
I got this. Take two if the joke didn't work.
No, it's
I
okay.
don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so cheers.
What do you say?
It's hard to tell.
All right.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
What was
Okay.
that?
All right.
I got this. Take two if the joke didn't work.
No, it's
I
okay.
don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so cheers. Hey.
I don't know.
Ellen, I heard you were sick, and look what I got.
Let's see if I can pause it right on there.
You, your boy.
All right.
I mean,
You hold back.
okay.
All right.
I got this. Take two if the joke didn't work.
I take two of the joke I wrote.
I'll give them the tape 2
If
the
the
joke
joke
didn't work.
What does that mean?
I can tell that Ellen don't want to find out.
Yeah.
Whatever
she's
it
like,
means.
no, we're good.
No, we're moving on.
All right. What kind of powerful? How powerful do you believe? What kind of narcissist are you? I understand that we're talking about a narcissist. We're talking about somebody who is a complete narcissist and believes the whole world is for him.
Yeah.
That you can go now. Let me tell you my belief on this real quick while we're in the middle of this topic. And once we get on Diddy, we spend an hour talking about Diddy.
I
We should just
know.
start and do an hour, cut it, and then use that as a Diddy update, which is what we'll start doing starting tomorrow. Here's the thing. So Ellen is somewhere involved. Do I think that she was a participant? I think she was given the goose.
Mm-hmm.
And when, because she knew something, she had leverage. So the goose was given, and then the leverage was taken back. And anybody who said around her who she took, I think she, like I already said this once on the show, I think her ex-wife, I think her DJ, I think they were all killed by Diddy, not at her request. Those were people who threatened to reveal what they knew.
Yeah.
And he didn't have NDAs on him. They wouldn't sign NDAs. And I'm sure that, so Ellen's ex-wife, what was her name?
Anne Heche. I'm looking her up right now.
So Anne Heche is let's just say that she's a viewer. So the voyeurs are all right. So if you're witnessing the of a crime, you know they're voyeurs.
Mm-hmm.
They go and watch it. They're into it. All right. But maybe Ellen's trying to break in because her claim to, if I remember correctly, she went from small time to big time very, very quick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's obviously somebody facilitated that. That's what Hollywood, that's what it is. The Prince tapes that we are reporting on here this morning. But what I also want to say is this whole so she sees it. Now she gets busted there.
Yeah.
Or she gets busted with a video or something happens and Anne finds out. And she goes, that's not okay. And she was like, look, I have no choice, Anne. I'm just trying to get my own show. I'm trying to build my brand. This guy has all the leverage. I wonder who the executive producer was of the Ellen DeGeneres show when it first started. And did this whole thing, right? And she's like, I don't care. I'm not. I will speak on it, and I will end this right now, and he will not have this leverage on you. I love you that much.
Yeah.
And she was like, and you can't. He'll kill you. He ain't killing me. You think he can kill people? Yes, and he'll kill you.
But
And
apparently
then she goes to say something, and Ellen's now. Here's what I think happened. I think Ellen was in fear of what would happen, so she tried to squash it and say, Diddy, Anne's pissed. She caught me. And she's talking about revealing the whole thing. And he goes, don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Boom, officer. Right? Now, somewhere in this process by, what was his name? Stitch? That was his name, right?
Yeah.
Was that the DJ?
Twitch.
Twitch. So Twitch, somewhere in the process, became into possession of this knowledge that he shouldn't have known.
Something.
And when he knew that knowledge, and Ellen protecting her show, protecting her livelihood, protecting that threat of the reveal.
Gotta take him out.
Boom. He takes her out. He takes him out too. And why is she? Now, why is she? It's in New York. Why is this thing so? why is it now? Why is she such a beast to work for?
Yeah.
Because she has no way to leave. She's probably tried to walk away from all of it. After I'm done. I'm going to walk away. You're not leaving.
You're not going anywhere.
You're doing it. You stay right where you do. You make me money. You do what I tell you to do.
Do we know what Anne Heche was saying before she was?
No, do you?
I would love to find out what, because I know people were saying that she was like talking about aliens and stuff like that. They were trying to make her look crazy.
Right. Well, they're going to try to make somebody look crazy before they off them. I mean, they try to do that. Like, where is this cookie cutter plan being used right now that got kiboshed by TMZ?
Yeah.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, exactly.
And the once again,
I sent you
what's
two.
crazy? Let's go back to remember the QAnon? Remember the QAnon?
Yeah.
Okay, and they always talked about the cabal.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I don't know. The cabal is as real as it gets now, and it's coming so fast that you're going to see it as real. You're going to see the people that make listen. I always say this.
You just blew my mind. You're absolutely right. They
Right.
used to hear about the cabal being.
This is the cabal.
And now
you're going to witness that it's all real, and this are the people that are involved, and it's all being revealed. The truth shall come out, and it shall, what does it say?
And
The
it
truth
shall set you
Right,
free.
shall set you free. And that's what's going to happen
right.
here.
I got some Anne Heche thing. Now I'm
All right.
curious. I'm super curious now.
Because this is
this is what happened, how it ended, apparently. But this is crazy.
All right.
This came from news choppers.
That was
and
when she
I'm gonna show you
crashed.
two different.
And they said she was dead on the scene.
But as you guys can see, the firefighters are moving Anne
But she
into the
opens-
ambulance, and you can see her start to move around in here, and she actually sat up.
She opened
Now,
it up.
yes, it is true. It said that the report said that she was in the car for about 45 minutes before she was taken out, and smoke inhalation alone would have done some pretty bad damage to her. But this is the car as they were.
Is this
pulling it out
true?
of the
Yeah.
house that was
This is the
crashed
actual
into.
video.
Now, a lot of people
And they said that she
have
was dead on the scene, but she
varying,
literally got out of the
reports
body
and
bag.
Ideas as to what happened, but this is probably
And then they had to
the
push her back
arm
down.
even be
It came from a
sticking
news
out.
chopper.
They pushed her back
As you
down.
guys can see, they're moving Anne. She is covered, kind of like what they would do for any burn victim. She was covered head to toe in a blanket. So this is, normal protocol for somebody who's a burn victim. But I'll show you guys right here. If you look down, watch right about now.
When she pops up.
They zoomed in and you can see her sit up. So what do you guys think?
If you can sit up, you don't have third-degree burns all over your body.
Right.
Don't touch me. Don't take me anywhere. But they're taking her to kill her.
Right.
How did she die?
They said that she died at the accident, which is not true because everybody saw her sit up.
I need to find out the validity of that video footage.
It's 100%. That's literally
Yeah.
what happened to her.
And nothing 100% no more, but it's
Right.
suspicious. This one?
Yeah. These are the talks, apparently.
At all since her accident? Do you want to?
Now, I'm going to insert here what I heard
What did she
about
say?
Ellen.
Oh, I love her.
Since her accident? Do you want to?
Now, I'm going to insert here what I heard about Ellen.
Taylor's.
Nothing would satisfy her soul.
What was your reaction to the toxic workplace controversy?
I felt that it was in the hands of the people who needed to speak their truth. I hadn't spoken to Ellen in years, and I feel that the stories that need to be listened to are being told. And unfortunately, the abusive environment was something that I understood. What happened was that I was, through the circumstances, shut out from things that I cared about. And in order to make her feel that she was being loved, I would erase those things from my path, such as acting, and replace them with things that I thought would give her a foundation. As we got further and further away from me being able to be in public the way that would please, I began getting further and further away from my friends and my friendships. And
She
one
isolated
of
her.
the things that concerned me very much was that I was beginning to feel shut off and shut down and shut away. And I told Ellen that I needed to have friends. She said she did not want to have a girlfriend that needed that. And that is the day I left.
Okay, now if you guys don't remember, a year or two ago, there was this big, huge drama and whispers and chatter and tweets that it is rumored that Ellen was impossible to work for. She was a horrible person, a horrible boss. And we all have seen the Ellen show, right? She comes out dancing. She's all like a good time. She looks like the most amazing person ever. When I was on a television show or a movie set years ago, okay, me, myself, I like to ask a lot of questions. I had people hooking me up with mics and audio and all that. And I would always ask them, like, what's it like working for this person? What's it like working for that person? And I asked them what it was like working for the Kardashians. They said they were absolutely stunning in real life, that they were so sweet, I said, well, who is different, okay? The people that they named, and this was years ago, was Dr. Phil. They said Dr. Phil, behind the scenes, he is mean. And I don't know if I want to believe that or not. It might be true, whatever. But Ellen. And I said, Ellen, no way. And they said Ellen was the worst, that she would not even allow her employees to look her in the eyes, that she was so evil and hard and hardcore. And then when she would go out on stage, she would smile and give away stuff. But as soon as she came off the stage, she was like a witch. I don't know her, but I was told that years ago. So when those rumors came out a couple years ago, I was like, ooh. And you want to know who they said was like absolutely wonderful? Simon Cowell, the one that plays like the bad guy on America's Got Talent. They said he's the sweetest, most loving person.
Right, I get that. So, yeah, so maybe she is evil. Maybe she's a part of the evil process, and maybe she's the participant.
Yeah.
It makes more sense that way, that she's a participant.
Something.
And-
I know that Anne Heche was obviously like, she has like that abused, battered woman like mentality. Like,
I feel like Anna Hedge has the I tried to change my life to save hers.
right.
And
I want to make her comfortable, so maybe she would be happy and not be horrible.
right.
But she's not.
And she's not.
It's like she's just worse.
Right.
There's another video on there, Sean. The third one, I think it was about more Anne Heche going deeper.
Or maybe Ellen is a separate Diddy altogether. Learned it from Diddy and has nothing to do with Diddy.
Yeah, that could be it.
All right. Oh, another Anne Heche. Come on. All right.
This is before.
There's a
Let's
10-minute
go,
video.
I guess. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, I
ask
just
me
want, like,
questions,
the-
I will answer.
I'm gonna
I've been
ask-
waiting to tell my truth for 20 years.
Nobody knew it was going to be today, but it is.
Hello
Sometimes
today.
you just feel it and you go with it, and the time is right.
Well-
and you sit on something for long enough
and
that it's time
she
to talk
was
about
addicted
it.
to
Yes,
drugs,
and the
so-
other dominator is
Yeah.
with her people, apparently.
So I know from what I have read that Ellen has always said
Pause for a second.
that
As we watch this, I just want to say real quick, Anne is speaking the truth out of vindication. She needs this to come out, and
Yeah.
you can see that in her
Demeanor.
demeanor. Right. Go ahead.
she has no idea why you ended it with her. Can you answer that question once and for all? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can you?
Do I have allergy?
Okay, fine. Let's let our viewers know.
Well,
Why?
first of all, I've written a book about some of the truths, and the second one will be coming out shortly.
She's intoxicated there.
The fact of the
obviously,
matter
but-
is, if anybody
Why did
chooses
she live
to
like
find
that?
the truth, the signs and the
Oh, she's really dragged up.
reasons of
Look at the
their
drugs in her body right
arrival
now.
Yeah.
are apparent in every single thing. The problem is people went along with the point of view, unfortunately, that abided
cocaine.
something that was a lie.
Probably.
We are responsible for seeking the truth. We are responsible for our own point of view. We aren't told often that ours matters enough to question ourselves enough. I just did a movie about this very thing, and it was one of my delightful pleasures in my life that I got to act this role. Because The Vanished was a movie that was two movies at the same time.
Listen to those drugs.
And
That
why
looks like
I
heroin
found
the way
that
her
to be
fingers
so
are moving.
Yeah.
significant in my artistry.
Sniffles seem
was
like
to be able
cocaine,
to
but the
show
fingers
what
going
it was
seems
like
like heroin.
told the
You can
same
snort heroin.
You can snort
story,
it.
but because of point of view, we miss the truth and the facts. That's the story of my life. And I have been dealing with that and trying to understand that, comprehend that, which took my intelligence to come into why we would ever try to bury somebody who spoke about love.
You ever watched this before?
Why we do
No.
that?
Right,
what
what did we-
love
what did we
is,
just
what
She
Right,
it
makes
here
me
in the-
uncomfortable.
Right. I don't want to watch
Zoom
this.
into the
Right.
table or something. Let's see what
And
this is.
Cocaine.
trying to
In a
understand
straw,
that,
probably.
comprehend that, which took my
I don't wanna watch. We're good.
intelligence to come
Yeah.
into why we would.
She's like nutty. She was nutty, so it was easy to pin her for being completely nuts. But she may be
Easy
like,
to control because she's a drug addict.
she's a drug addict.
Right.
And that seems to be the topic here. Like
Right.
everybody that is controlled by one of these freaking super predators somehow
Is fed drugs.
Is always intoxicated, is always, under some sort of illegal substance. And that is how they control them. That's it. Because this lady was famous. This lady had her own, career. She had everything.
She's wildly addicted to heroin in that video.
And she is very addicted to everything.
Sign out of my shit, man.
What is he doing?
Right, he signed into me because it works that way. Get out of my credit cards,
Which
bro.
ones I'm going to use?
Right. Good luck. Half of them ain't probably mine. So.
If they ain't got $1 in them, we really
Right.
selling something.
Dang it.
Good luck on that one. You might find somebody else's, and that will get you in trouble.
This is crazy.
It is crazy. The whole process. You're trying to get the documents?
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
How much is it?
It says $1.
What? No, that's
I don't
per
know
page.
if it's legit though. It could, it could be. No, it just says access fee.
You get
today.
728 reports for over 2 years for 7 weekly starting today. Is that a .com? Get the hell out of there, bro.
No, that's crap.
Courtrec.com.
No way you're getting that. .com.
Well,
That's
yeah, I
that's
wasn't
a
planning-
hustle.
I wasn't planning on using my card, but
That's
there's so
a
many
hustle.
others to choose from here.
Oh, Sean, I'm going to sign out from everything, and then you're going to have a whole long, stressful day to try to figure out how to
Well,
get
I'm
into
not.
things. Like so.
Yeah,
It's okay.
that's not working.
There you go. That's your Diddy update. Denzel Washington. Wait, we're about due for a break. We talked our
Yeah.
ass off. Hold on. Let's do this. Let me put this thing in.
There's labor laws,
Is there? But it's no. Sorry. That's, there we go. Oh, wait. Come on.
Why is this so crazy? It should be right there.
Why do I feel like I know so much, but I know nothing?
About
Like,
what?
Everything that's going on. It's like we get fed so much information, and then it's like, oh yeah, this and this.
The
and
world has just recently, in the past 3 years, Betty, learned that the news that you're fed to you is not 100% the truth, but a jaded version of it, a skewed version. I like to call it a skewed version. So I'll skew this so that it's the angle that I want you to believe.
Right.
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 And that's the new way of doing things. And the problem is the whole world's in the world. I need to click, man. I got to click. You got to get a click. We did it this morning.
Yeah.
Like, Trump and Beyonce. Like, that's the story right there. Like, Trump to investigate Beyonce. Not really Beyonce. To investigate the donations to Kamala through Beyonce. So, like,
The 11 million
but we
or
did
whatever
it for
she got.
clicks. Like, that's what
Right.
everyone does now. Like, and everyone wants you to come and watch the streams. They want you to click on the stories, and that is jaded the news. So the only way you can now get the official, and like I said, and now even TikTok is semi-jaded.
Yeah.
Because it's so infiltrated that when you watch something, you hear somebody, did you hear what happened at the Diddy trial?
Right.
Diddy testified himself
give us-
today and went up there and said 5 things. The next thing you know, they went out and Diddy ain't never been on the stand. So this is, it's just a process of, there's 3 sides of every story.
Yeah.
The side A, side B, and somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Right.
And it's your job to dictate the truth like a juror in everything in life.
Will we ever get the truth?
On this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
Oh, I think that we wanted the truth with Epstein. America wanted to know more.
Right.
And somehow he was murdered in jail.
Right.
Or committed
Right.
suicide.
Oh, sure.
And America accepted that. Why did America accept that?
Why did America let it go?
I'll tell you why. Because he was a villain. And nevertheless, one villain gone. So we'll just move on with the villain that's disappeared off the face of the earth. And then they went and got the villain's assistant and convicted that hoe. And put her in jail. All right? So she's in jail. Right? Now, does she
really?
have information on Diddy? Is she really, was Ann Hesh dead at the crime at the car accident? But once again, that's a video I would have to go knee deep. I'd have to go all in depth just on that one video clip.
I think that one is legit. That one was on the news. That one was
made to look
on
like
the-
it is.
that
Definitely
was.
is made to look like it's from the scene. But is that the actual footage from that scene? Is the question.
Yeah.
Is that could be another scene
Yeah.
that they've subposed into the Ann Hesh scene? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could be a whole nother story about somebody who was
It's going to be a
woke
Mandela
up.
effect because I
Right.
think I remember seeing it. And it was a big deal.
Right. I really have lost track of that timeline of like Anne and Portia and Ellen and that whole thing because
they did a good job.
Because for me, she wasn't interesting enough to get involved in. Like I didn't like, oh my God, I gotta watch Ellen's show today.
Right.
Like to me, it wasn't that good. She wasn't great. Now I did, the 5-second rule and some things that she did on her show were great games.
Yeah.
And I stole the shit out of those games and turned them on to radio games. Absolutely, I did.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have you just it's just a crazy thing. Like it's just pay attention to what's going on. Be your own judge and know that I've thought this for years. Everything in the music industry and probably in Hollywood as a whole is based on leverage. And it's based on whether or not you can get pushed into that job. And what I mean by that is if you know the right people,
yeah,
you could be an executive at a label and you've never worked in a label before in your life, or you were a radio guy, right? And you were a PD, and now next thing you know, you're a national record rep, and you're running around selling records. Now you know music, you know how radio works, you know how it gets down, so that's a natural progression.
Right.
But you see so many ways that artists get made so quickly.
Right.
And you're like, well, that song is a little... Right. Like, why is that song a hit?
Why?
Because they facilitate that hit.
Right.
And the cabal makes sure that you're big. And they put out like a mission. They're like, hey,
wasn't Madonna part of the cabal? She used to wear the little red string around her wrist and everything. And then, like, when they questioned
that's
her,
not the cabal. That's something
Oh,
else.
I thought she did.
What is that? That is something else, though. I know what you're talking about. What
I
was
thought
the
she
red-
talked about cabal.
I don't think that was the cabal. That was something else.
Madonna's red string bracelet or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought she said she was part of the cabal. That was when she did that video that was like black and gray with the crows. When she was trying to be edgy. Kind of gothic.
What is it called? Did you look it up already? No.
What is the cabal bracelet?
My
phone died. Never mind.
It's a Buddha thing. It was a thing about Buddha, the red bracelet, the red.
Oh,
it was the cabal. It was the Kabbalah.
Yeah.
But not the same thing.
All right.
That the cabal is spelled differently. But I like where you went with it. You're
Okay.
like, the Kabbalah, they were all a part of it, but maybe they were.
I don't know.
Because the only dude I knew personally that was like really rocking the red bracelet, like flipped his whole life, but he was crashing and burning.
Yeah.
Like he found a way to read books and find love and find peace and tranquility through something, and I was thankful for it because his life was spinning out of control. Like, but that's just because he didn't understand what not partying like a rock star was.
Oh.
So his whole life he partied like a rock star, and he was in his 40s still rocking it, hanging out with everybody, like running radio stations. Everybody loved him. He was a legend. He still is a legend. He's one of the greatest in the world, and he was spinning out of control, and he had to figure out a way to put it back together. He found his way. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More Big Mama Radio coming up after the small little commercial break here. If you get a chance, go check out BigMamaRadio.com. It's a brand new updated website. You can watch the stream there, listen to it, download the apps. You can find out everything you need to know at BigMamaRadio.com. Have a great day. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
I'm trying. It's not working. I think I have to do this.
You're listening to the Joshua Tree Stream.
You guys always play the hits.
On Florida's favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio. Ready to transform your backyard into a stunning oasis? Custom Pools by Design is your local expert in crafting breathtaking outdoor spaces. Proudly serving from Punta Gorda to Bonita Springs, we're more than just a pool builder. We're artists in creating luxury in-ground custom pools. This spring, partner with us for a chance to win a free Pebble Brilliance glass bead interior upgrade. Our unique mix of half glass, half petal, and concrete offers a sparkle that sets your pool apart.